So let me stop more on different types. So embryonic stem cells are mostly not used because of possible teratomas and malignant cells development. So that's why actually most clinics all over the world do not use them. If we're talking about the fetal stem cells, it's a very interesting topic because Ukraine is the only country all over the world where the fetal stem cell is legal and allowed. And actually it is believed to be kind of the central part in the world where treatment is done. So both umbilical cord stem cells and adult stem cells are now widely used all over the world. The advantage of fetal stem cells is that the cells are extracted from specific organs. We are legally working with abortion clinics, so we receive the material, we can extract the cells, which have already a certain specialization and can be developed into further cells. In other words, we can extract cells from neuronal system, then immune system, then different tissues, eye, heart, pancreas, kidneys, so on and so on. So which gives us an advantage to have a better clinical result, because for cultivated stem cells, if we're talking about adult stem cells, so this process is not that definitely clear, because we can cultivate into mesenchymal type of stem cells, and that is already a way weaker type of cell, and the possibility for clinical change is definitely reduced. They can be applied for lots of different conditions, starting from anti-aging, when person would love to feel, when he or she is 60, to feel like 40 or 45, till if we are talking about very progressive neurological diseases such as motor neuron disease, Parkinson, and in that situation, fetal stem cells can do what other classical type of treatments cannot do. So that's why currently at the clinic, at EmCell Clinic, we developed more than 40 protocols of treatments for different diseases, and all can be found out on our website. And usually if we are talking about severe cases or difficult conditions, so we usually request additional medical information to understand whether we can help or we cannot help. Mm-hmm. And actually one of the catalysts for the further development was Chernobyl catastrophe. And we have information that after the catastrophe, people were treated either in Moscow or in Kiev. So in Kiev, they have been administered fetal stem cells, and most of them managed to survive. So that was kind of one of the successful factors when history or bad situation helped to promote the further development of this method. So, and starting from 1986 actually, so more and more research took place in Ukraine. And I will tell you even more. In January 1991, so that was first recorded case of aplastic anemia treatment at Okhmedit Hospital in Ukraine, when a boy was fully cured from anemia, and that case is registered, and we have this information on our website and on our Facebook, so we can provide additional information. And actually, already before the collapse of the Soviet Union, the special methodological recommendations were issued for those time Ukrainian Socialistic Republic, in order that different clinics would be able to apply this method. And starting from 2011, Ukraine developed a special license for stem cells, which allows clinics in Ukraine to work and use different types of stem cells, including fetal ones. The clinic was founded in 1994, although first treatments were started way before. But official date of registration is February 2nd, 1994. And since those times, clinic exists as a juridical entity. And of course, it took lots of time to develop protocols, to develop treatments, to be able to treat. So, and then, so about 5 years, it took us to, work closely with both laboratory and clinical departments in order to make the suspension that would help, and what kind of suspensions might help in this or in other type of diseases. So it is a long work. But officially, starting from 1994, and until now, I would tell you that not that many doctors are aware about this stem cell treatment, and it is not taught in Ukraine. So most doctors who are coming here, it was kind of on-place teaching and learning how to deal with stem cells. Of course, for these 27 years, we managed to have our internal protocols for treatment and special manuals for doctors. And this is the expertise and an art. And we usually say that this is the art for two parts. First, to create at the laboratory the suspension. Second, this is the art for doctors using their professional experience, condition, to use the proper type of preparation in order to help the patient. It's probably the same, like to ask and to compare the car which used to be produced 20 years ago and now. So that is the same story. So as I have been mentioning, that first of all, technologies are changing. So the accurateness of tests and accurateness to see the viability of cells, the functional capacity of cells is very high right now, and we can do it automatically. So it doesn't, because 20 years ago lots of things were done manually. So, and of course, a person can do a mistake, while when we do it on automatical basis through machine, through high-level types of machines at the laboratory, of course the accuracy is very high. So if you're talking about the treatment of neurological diseases, so first of all, we started from just administration intravenously and subcutaneously of pre-neuronal progenitor type of stem cells. And now we are able also to do intrathecal administration, especially for such diseases as motor neuron disease, as Parkinson, as spinal cord injury. We are now waiting for a very good video testimonial from one of the patients who, after spinal cord injury, having our treatment, has huge improvements and is able to move by his legs. So for us, that is a huge progress, and through doing physiotherapy, same we can see the improvements in Parkinson, less tremor, better energy level. Then we are talking in general about the improvement of cognitive function. So in other words, I know that if we are talking about the degenerative neuronal diseases, it's difficult to stop it completely, but we can slow down the progression, and by this we improve the quality of life of patients. But if we are talking, let's say, about 2018 and 2019, so we are talking about between 700, 850 patients per year, and we have different regions from where we actually accept patients, and these patients are coming to us from Asia, from the United States, from Europe, from Middle East. In other words, now we are working with more than 93 countries from all over the world. We have people who are speaking Arabic, Chinese, English, French, German, so we cover more, and we try to respond to patients to their language, and we try to understand their peculiarities, their cultural needs, in order to meet their expectations and what we can offer them in our treatment. Now, just recently, we have a new publication on intrathecal administration of fetal stem cells in Parkinson's disease. Now we are working over the article of intrathecal administration for motor neuron disease, and also now we are working over the intracoronal administration, and as soon as we have enough data, I hope by the end of the year, we will have an article. So if you are talking about research and development, even in this corona-affected year, we keep our research development on intracoronary administration, which for us is very important, and we are moving more and more into target type of organ target type of administration, like under the eyes, like directly into the affected organs. So I will not open all the cards, and the best is yet to come. So we are working over this, but to say more about it, please wait until the end of the year when advantages. First of all, Ukraine is the only country all over the world where you can have fetal stem cells, and fetal stem cells are the strongest cells to have any clinical application. So that's why if you have neurological or kind of strong diseases which are difficult to be treated with cultivated mesenchymal stem cells, so the solution is fetal stem cells. Also, if you're talking about kids' diseases like autism, cerebral palsy, same story. The advantages are evident. First of all, Ukraine is in the Central Europe. People here are very friendly. Most of people speak English, so you would feel very comfortable. You don't have, for main countries like European Union, United States, now even China, visa-free regime. So even if visa is needed, we provide all documentation in order to apply for visa. So we do all the support. Ukraine is a beautiful country with historical heritage, with cultural heritage, and there are lots of things to see, to visit, to taste, because wonderful kitchen, beautiful people, beautiful places, and amazing places to visit. We have sea, we have monuments, we have churches among the best all over the world. So, and we have different interesting things just to spend a weekend or vacations here.